Hello dear students. To develop critical thinking in you, I have made the following type of questions. So on the left side there is a vitamin A, physiological jaundice, homocysteine, lactose intolerance, vitamin B12, and nephrotic syndrome. On the right side there is a diarrhea, proteinuria, eye, kernicterus, heart attack, and neurological symptoms. So how they are connected to each other, that we will see in this video. Okay. So first is vitamin A. Okay. So whenever you listen this term vitamin A, the first thing that should come into your mind is eye. So vitamin A is related to the eye. It is very important for the vision. Okay, like vitamin D is very important for the bone, vitamin A is for the eye. In the retina there is a pigment called rhodopsin, which is made up of 11-cis retinal and opsin, and 11-cis retinal is the active form of vitamin A. Earliest manifestation of vitamin A deficiency is night blindness or increased dark adaptation time. Okay. The other symptoms of vitamin A deficiency are xerophthalmia. You can see the picture. There is a drying of the eye. Another is mitoid spots. You can also see the picture. And last will be the keratomalacia. Because of the vitamin A is very important for the epithelium maintenance. So when there is a deficiency of vitamin A, there will be drying of the conjunctiva, then there will be mitoid spots, and ultimately keratomalacia, and lead to the blindness. This is about the vitamin A, which is mainly deal with the eye, right? While the beta carotene form of vitamin A has a role as an antioxidant, also there is a retinol which has a role in the reproduction, and retinoic acid is important for the growth and differentiation of the tissue. This retinoic acid, and beta carotene all are the active form of vitamin A. Okay. The next is physiological jaundice. So now what do you understand by this physiological jaundice? Because in the newborn there is a liver is not matured, so conjugation does not occur, and there is a rate of lysis of the RBC is more. So RBC broken down and it will form the unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia. So up to the 15 milligram per deciliter is a normal. But when the bilirubin level is more than 15, that is a abnormal. Maybe the Crigler-Najjar syndrome, or maybe the Gilbert syndrome, okay, or other cause that will lead to the pathological jaundice. Okay. While in physiological jaundice, it is related to the Kernicterus. So second is related to the D, that is a Kernicterus. Now what do you understand by the Kernicterus? So when there is a high bilirubin, high unconjugated bilirubin, it will cross the blood-brain barrier and it will deposit to the brain, and it will damage the brain. So the brain damage due to the high bilirubin, it is called as a Kernicterus. The drugs like aspirin and barbiturates, what they will do, they will displace the bilirubin from albumin. You know, the bilirubin is loosely bound with the albumin. So it will displace the bilirubin from albumin, and bilirubin will cross the blood-brain barrier, and it will damage the brain. So aspirin and barbiturates should be given cautiously in case of newborn. Right? The third one is homocysteine. So this homocysteine is mainly related to the heart attack. So you can see in the diagram, the methionine is converted to homocysteine. Methionine has a methyl group. It donates its methyl group to the compound like guanidino acetate to form methyl guanidino acetate. Okay, that is a creatine, or norepinephrine is converted to epinephrine. So there are some acceptor. They will accept the methyl group and convert it to methylated products. And methionine is converted to homocysteine. This homocysteine is bind with the serine to form the cystathionine. Okay, and it is enzyme is cystathionine synthase, which is vitamin B6 dependent. And if there is a vitamin B6 deficiency or cystathionine synthase deficiency, that will lead to the classical type 1 homocysteinuria. So whenever there is a high homocysteine level, it will activate the Hegman factor, and it will activate the thrombosis and lead to the blockage of the vessels and lead to the heart attack. Also, the homocysteine will interfere with the endothelium lining of the blood vessels, and it will interact with the lysine residue of the collagen, and so that it will interfere with the collagen synthesis and ultimately the lining of the endothelial of the blood vessels, and it will lead to the plaque and atherosclerosis and lead to the heart attack. So this high homocysteine level is a cause of heart attack in young patients. So you have to always check for the homocysteine level. Also in vitamin B12 deficiency and B9 deficiency, As such, cystathionine synthase enzyme is dependent on vitamin B6. So B6 deficiency may lead to the heart attack. Also, vitamin B12 and vitamin B9, folic acid, that will lead to the heart attack due to the high homocysteine level. How? As we know, this homocysteine is converted back to the methionine by the methylated form of the B12. This methylated B12 is formed from the vitamin B12, dietary vitamin B12, and itself converted to methyl B12. Okay, and this methyl B12, it gets its methyl group from the methyl THFA, which itself converted to THFA, tetrahydrofolic acid. So if there is a folic acid deficiency or vitamin B12 deficiency, it will lead to the homocysteine will not convert it to methionine. Homocysteine level in the blood is increased. Once homocysteine level in the blood is increased, it may lead to the interfere with the collagen. It activate the Hegman factor and thrombosis and lead to the heart attack. But it is not the only answer. The most one answer, if you have to say, that is the heart attack. But high homocysteine level may affect the eye. How? It will lead to the ectopic lentis. In classical homocysteinuria, there is an ectopic lentis, just like Marfan syndrome. Okay, so it may affect the eye. High homocysteine level may have a neurological symptoms, Charlie Chaplin gait. Okay, so neurological symptoms may occur in high homocysteine level, but one answer will be the heart attack. Fine. The fourth is lactose intolerance. The correct answer for the lactose intolerance is mainly the diarrhea, right? Why? What happens in lactose intolerance? There is a deficiency, acquired or genetic cause of deficiency of lactase enzyme. What this lactase enzyme will do? It will break down lactose normally to the galactose and glucose. But due to the deficiency of the lactase enzyme, this lactose will be accumulated. Once it is accumulated, it is osmotically active agent. It will draw the water from intercellular space to the lumen, and it may lead to the diarrhea. Also, the accumulation of lactose, it is taken up by the bacteria. The fermentation products are the methane, carbon dioxide, okay, and hydrogen. Okay, and it will lead to the bloating and gas. Okay, so lactose intolerance. So the source of lactose is mainly in our vegetarian diet is milk. Okay, so may lead to the diarrhea. Fine. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 lead to the neurological symptoms. Okay, as we know, to form the succinyl CoA from methyl malonyl CoA, it requires the vitamin B12. Okay, the mutase enzyme that converts L-methyl malonyl CoA to succinyl CoA requires the mutase enzyme, which is vitamin B12 dependent. Okay, so if there is a vitamin B12 deficiency, there is accumulation of methyl malonylic acid, and it will lead to the methyl malonyl aciduria. And methyl malonylic acid is damaging to the nervous system, and that's why there is a neurological symptoms. Okay, subacute combined degeneration, SACD, that is due to the accumulation of methyl malonic acid. Also, as we know, in the transmethylation reaction, phosphatidylethioramine is converted to phosphatidylcholine. Choline has a 3-methyl group, which is donated from the methionine. Okay, and it requires the vitamin B12. Fine. So if there is a vitamin B12 deficiency, there is a transmethyl reaction is not possible. So ethioramine to choline is not formed. So phosphatidylcholine is lecithin. So lecithin is very important for the nervous tissue, for the myelin sheath. So deficiency of the lecithin also is a cause of neurological symptom. Okay, subacute combined degeneration. Both motor and sensory nerves are involved, and patient has a tingling and numbness sensation. Vitamin B12 deficiency is very common in vegetarian people. Okay, because there is very few source of vegetarian diet that contains the vitamin B12. Okay, so B12 is mainly related to the neurological symptoms. Okay, while in case of nephrotic syndrome, there is a damage to the glomerulus basement membrane. Okay, so it will lead to the normally the protein will not pass through the glomerulus basement membrane. Okay, albumin, which has the lowest molecular weight, 69,000, it is the first protein that will pass through the glomerulus basement membrane and come to the urine. Okay, because there is a damage to the glomerulus basement membrane in nephrotic syndrome. Okay, normally the glomerulus basement membrane has a heparan sulfate, the mucopolysaccharide, which is a negatively charged, and albumin is also negatively charged. So albumin cannot cross the glomerulus basement membrane. Also, there is a selective permeability of the glomerulus basement membrane, so protein cannot pass. Okay, and also there is a repulsion. Okay, but whenever there is a damage to the glomerulus basement membrane, so that negative charge of membrane is lost. Okay, so the albumin is the first protein that will come to the urine. Normally protein does not present in the urine, but in nephrotic syndrome there will be proteinuria. Okay, there will be low albumin, patient has a very low albumin and high cholesterol level. Okay, in case of nephrotic syndrome, and patient will have, because of the loss of albumin in the urine, so a low albumin level, so colloid osmotic pressure is not maintained, so patient have a typical edema. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, it will motivate me, and also you can see the playlist of the like video, so whenever you want to refer this video again, you can see it. Okay, you can subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. You can also visit my website, which is made by me, that is www.livebiochemistry.com, where I have kept all the study material for the first year MBBS and medical students. Thank you for watching. Bye.